Ah, Ordis. 416 de Oxium. Justo lo que me hacía falta. Qué buen... A ver.
I hope you haven't forgotten me, Tenno.
Coalition de turno.
I most certainly have not
A ver qué vienen las noticias.
forgotten you.
¿La noche de Naberus? Hola, Kaeli, ¿qué onda?
All that time wasted hating one another. You learned to relish the cruelty. Torturing ourselves was better than feeling nothing at all. Anyway, it's over.
No sé qué tanto no estás sintiendo. O sea, parece que te caíste de un quinto piso de una película de terror japonesa. Bueno, estos son los tratos de Naberus. ¿Qué tenemos acá? El plano de efímero de Naberus, que son los murcielaguitos que te salen del culo, como si te hubiera morfado a Drácula y tratara de escapar de tu cuerpo.
Soy tan darks que cago murciélagos.
Tenemos las cosas plaga. Las cosas plaga son de... La primera vez que la vimos era para hacer Sao Plaga y lo vimos en la operación Estrella Infectada. Como verán, tengo un par de planos de esto que todavía tengo que hacer. Tenemos diseño de la Gram y de la Basmu para el Día de los Muertos. Como que a tu espada le faltan calaveras, bueno, ahí tenés. ¿Qué pasa con la Gram? ¿Le falta la apropiación cultural de México? Tomá. A ver, ¿qué más? Glifos, porque no sé, la gente está obsesionada con calaveritas y boludeces. No podés cobrar tanto en una paleta de colores, hijo de puta. El diseño del Necramech del Día de los Muertos, sigo girándolo y sigo viendo calaveras nuevas. Ok. El sello, para ponerle donde vos quieras a tu Warframe. Un móvil susurrante. Esto lo podés poner en tu nave de decoración. Mirá como una envueltita deben estar vomitando los muñecos. Y la efímera Spenet, que es literalmente no limpio a mi Warframe nunca. Las arañas hacen de lo suyo. Todo lindo, todo hermoso. Tengo tela araña encima. Bueno, todo esto se compra con símbolos de madre. Así que vamos a farmear como un hijo de puta. Y de eso se trata este evento. Ni siquiera hay una misión nueva que te diga, ¡oh! El Halloween llegó a No, no. A ver si la madre dice algo. Reputación, contrato.
There are bounties, if you have the interest.
Que parecen diferentes los bichos, ¿no? ¿No? Bueno. Tampoco hay contrato nuevo. Este va a ser un video extremadamente corto, por lo que veo. Así que... Y se terminó.
It's Naberus.
Se terminó.
You do know what that is, right? The ancient Orcan festival of death, darkness. Now,
Cállate, Kylie.
these
Bueno, mira,
ghoulish little
la cosa es así,
knickknacks
se
have been
terminó.
in the family for
Fue
generations.
farmear la misión difícil
can't just
durante
give
menos de una
them
hora
away.
y ya tengo todo. Ya está, mirá. Si todo sale símbolo de madre, se farmea muy fácil, se compra todo. Ya compré todo. Esto lo dejé haciendo. ¿Qué más? Esto ya lo tenía de la estrella infectada. Solo queda una cosa por ver,
You know where to
sinceramente.
find me.
Mierda, que este video va a ser corto. Pero bueno, es tan corto como el especial de Halloween, este bizarro berrete. Yo lo puse acá, en la nave. Vamos a escuchar esta historia loca de la abuela.
Would you like to hear a story for Naberus? One that I told my grandchildren when they were small. Very well. Long ago, in the Oracan days, a golden people lived in spoiled luxury. If a body wore out, why, they would take a new one as easily as plucking a maprico. Such was the mystery of the Kuva. So, what became of death and disease? Oh, they were abundant, but not for the Orokin. They were above petty death. Such was their contempt that they decreed a special day on which to make fun of it. On Naberus, the night of memory, the shining people laughed at death. They dressed in costumes that recalled the old days of mortality. Skulls grinned, hallways guttered with demon lights. For one night, beauty was banished. Rot and monstrosity held sway. Now, on one very special Naberus, 3 pretty Orokin were bored, as Orokin so often were. Naberus no longer holds its magic for me, sighed one. Masks and costumes are for children, grumbled another. Why follow the crowd, mused the third. Are we not the very elite of the elite? Ha ha! Up, my Kissingtons, my luscious loves. Send for blue Kuva and hot lights. I have a sport that will mend all. And in the corridor, behind a curtain, a solitary silent girl heard them and said nothing. Then the 3 were very wicked. For what do you think they did? Down into the streets they went, and they caught 3 poor Austrians and bore them back to their gilded halls. One they peeled like a fruit and decked out with glassy splinters, and his naked jaws went chitter-chatter-snap. And it echoed all around. Scarlet footprints he left. Another's limbs they twisted and wrenched his neck, and made a bundle of him until he scuttled upsy-downsy like a horrid crab, with his sockets all empty and his stretched-out nose snuffling. The third they pulled thin in hand and foot. She walked spindly-wise on long tiptoes like a spider, and her entrails hung delicately down. She whispered, split-tongued and hissing as she went. Fine costumes we've made, chortled the 3 Orokin. Let us now try them on and visit our friends. What shrieking there will be! Oh, our names will live forever in the court for such a prank as this. Now, the silent girl brought them their blue Kuva, so they could take on these twisted bodies for only a short time before returning to their own. They drank and slept and woke in their 3 horrid forms. Off they went down the stairs, out the door, into the city, into the night of banners and masks and wild hilarity. Chitter-chatter-snap, scuttle-buttle, whispery-hispery. As you can imagine, there were many screams and laughs. Such cleverness, such wit. But in a high room of the tower, the silent girl looked at the faces of the 3 sleeping Orokin. She went and opened a little ivory door that she was not supposed to know about, and drew forth a flask that she would have been glassed for even looking at. A flask of crimson Kuva. the scarlet seal upon continuity. Permanent. And she tipped it down 3 cruel throats. With a little laugh, she went skating away, never to return. There were many screams that Naberus night, but when the sun came up, none screamed so loud as the 3 who found that they were trapped in the hideous bodies they themselves had fashioned forever and ever. So, listen carefully, Tenno, and beware, for you may hear them coming tonight. Whispery-hispery on long stalking bones, scuttle-buttle with his eyes all empty, and skinless, dripping-handed, chitter-chatter-snap. Happy Naberus!
¿Ta madre? Señora, se fue al carajo. Alta historia. O sea que estos son los modelitos de eso. Bueno. Qué mierda que eran esos pendejos Orokin. Y bueno, se lo merecían. Qué feo, ¿no? Bueno. Feliz Naberus, ¿qué puedo decir? La abuela me contó una historia por demás macabra. O sea... Stephen King estaría sonriendo. Bueno. Saludos gente, yo soy Arcaizer de PixelBomb y espero que por más corto que haya sido este video les haya gustado. No hubo mucho contenido, la verdad, no hubo nada de hecho. Mira la bola, mira la bola, mira la bola, mira la bola. Nos vemos, hay más bolas. ¿De cuántas bolas? Estoy jugando con mis bolas. Bueno, nos vemos. Saludos.